Where do our thoughts come from? Sometimes I'll be having the most random thoughts from like 5-10 years ago come up, and then I have to backtrack. I'm like, where did this come from? Why am I thinking about this? What was the trigger point? And it's because everything is a closed loop system, right? So that means that there's an effect that causes something, that causes something, that causes something, and it cycles continuously. And same thing for our thoughts. Our thoughts are no different. One thought that you might have is going to affect your words, is going to affect your actions. This is an idea that I heard from a close friend and mentor of mine, as well as Swami Vivekananda. And it's such an interesting concept because the way that we think in that scenario defines our words, defines our actions, and then it defines our reality. So our thoughts are so important. And it can be really hard to keep track of them because there are so many of them all the time, and they switch up so many times. Like one moment you'll be thinking about what you're having for dinner, and then the next moment you're thinking about, I don't even know, something so irrelevant. But the reason why I'm talking about this is because I wanted to think a little bit about purity of thought and how if we can purify those thoughts, then we will be purifying ourselves, our realities, internally, externally, and then also the world. So everything starts with the thought. The thought is the seed that is planted and grows when nourished. And a pure thought, first of all, we have to define what a pure thought is, right? A pure thought is, in my eyes, one that aligns with the purpose, one that has pure intention, most selfless intention, and is aligned with the global purpose, with the company's purpose, with individual purpose, any thought that is going to take you higher and connect you with your higher self. I guess it's a thought that is aligned with your higher self, you could say. And then you would also have to think about, okay, what is my higher self? What is my higher purpose? In order to actually define a pure thought for yourself. But the main element, I think, is that intention. Are you thinking about it from a place of fear, from a place of ego, from a place of self-gratification, from pain? Or are you thinking about it from a perspective of kindness, of growth, of love for other things and yourself? I think that's the differentiator between pure and impure thought. But again, the reason why all of this is so important is because thoughts define our reality. So we need to make sure that we are always thinking about what we're thinking about. And the best way that I've found that has worked really well for me is creating a habit of journaling. I try to journal at least once a day, morning or night, or even middle, whenever I want to. I try to write down what I'm thinking about and try to analyze it as I'm thinking about it. And once you have that habit of journaling, then it's going to become second nature to constantly be thinking about what you're thinking about. And that's the first step. After you've started thinking about your thoughts, then you can start changing them and figuring out what is the right direction that I need to go.